Hello, book two. Who's up for a mail haul? I figure as long as I had the camera up and was talking about books, we might as well see some new stuff. Got a nice little stack of manila envelopes here. I feel wrong to open any of them without you. Because you're all, as the kids say, up in my business. So what is this first one? Okay, it's not anything I requested. It's by Andrew Feenberg, and it's called Technosystem. The Social Life of Reason. I really don't know what it is with Harvard University Press and ugly covers. I really don't. I wish I did. Some one person is imposing their aesthetics on all, because all of their books are ugly. Some one person is imposing their aesthetic vision on virtually everything they do, and that one person really have the hell fired out of them. With the exception of that gigantic history of Chinese literature, which was beautiful. Anyway, so what have we got here? Like fish so used to water they do not know that they are wet, we take for granted a technical environment that determines a great deal of our choices and actions. While we seem to maneuver freely within this environment, it forms an almost invisible barrier to democratic social change. Recognized internationally for his pioneering work on the philosophy of technology, Andrew Feenberg, I've never recognized him, wouldn't know him in an elevator, draws on the traditional and radical social criticism responding to some of the great European political philosophy, in addition to utilizing the empirical findings of contemporary science and technology studies to, come on now, wake up, no nodding off in the back there, to bring his insights to bear on the ongoing technologification of modern day society. And you people wonder why I love Regency romance. Let's move on, shall we? Technologification. I said that without reading it. You'd think I made it up. Let's move on. Okay. Next one is also something I have not requested. That's fun, though, in a way. It means we're discovering it together. This is going to be a paperback original in early August. This is The Quiet Child by John Burley. There is our author. There. We couldn't. Now that I've said it so many times, you can all hear my sainted Ma's voice in your heads. Do you have a book published it would kill you to smile? He's an award-winning author of The Absence of Mercy, honored with the National Black Ribbon Award and The Forgetting Place. He attended medical school in Chicago and completed his emergency medicine residency at the University of Maryland. Good Lord. And he is actually a physician serving in Northern California, but he wrote a book. Wow. That's incredible. So he's either an extremely dedicated novelist or he's an extremely crappy surgeon. It's the summer of 1954. Deb and I were on marriage number 4 and we thought it was going to work. Ernest Borgnine. And the residents of Cottonwood, California are dying. At the center of it all is six-year-old Danny McCrae, a strange and silent child the townspeople regard with fear and superstition, who appears to bring illness and ruin to those around him. Even his own mother is plagued by a disease that is slowly consuming her. Sheriff Jim Kent, increasingly aware of the whispers and rumors surrounding the boy, has watched the people of his town suffer, and he worries someone might take drastic action to protect their loved ones. When a stranger arrives, the motor of every novel ever written, and Danny and his 10-year-old brother Sean go missing. In the search that follows, everyone is a suspect. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, kind of an urban thriller. All right. I would have been satisfied just with the lack of technologification. Let's see what this next one is. Oh, good. All right. Good. I did request this. This is by Vanessa Grigoriadis. That's our author right there, looking happy. She is contributing editor at New York Times Magazine and Vanity Fair. specializing in pop culture, youth movements, and crime reporting. But don't let those descriptions fool you. Those descriptions might have you, going for the Epsom salts and the delete button. But she's actually a terrifically talented writer. I happen to think right now that she's wasting a lot of her writing talent on subjects that don't deserve her, but she's still well worth reading. And this is called Blurred Lines, Rethinking Sex, Power, and Consent on Campus. A new sexual revolution is sweeping the country, and college students are on the front lines. Women use fresh, savvy methods to fight entrenched sexism and sexual assault, even as they celebrate their own sexuality as never before. Many woke male students are more sensitive to women's concerns than previous generations ever were, while other men perpetuate the most cruel misogyny. Amid such apparent contradictions, it's no surprise that intense confusion shrouds the topic of sex on campus. Vanessa Grigoriadis, I think, dispels that confusion as no other writer could, traveling to schools large and small, embedding in their social whirl, and talking candidly with dozens of students, among them both accusers and accused, as well as administrators, parents, and researchers. Her unprecedented investigation presents a host of new truths. And we've seen books like this before, but Blurred Lines, I'd be willing to bet, is going to get more attention than all of them. And it will